From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Chris Carl.
Among Delaware's top stories for Wednesday, May 16th, the debate over the use of midwives. A new bill would allow university cops to carry guns and trying to make your commute easier. Here are the details. Most Delaware women having babies at home with the help of a midwife are doing it illegally. WDEL legislative correspondent Carl Konevsky reports from Dover.
State Representative Pam Meyer, a Newark area Republican, hopes to pass legislation giving certified professional midwives license to practice independently. CPMs, people hired to help pregnant women, can only operate in Delaware under a collaborative agreement with a doctor, but physicians hesitate to sign on the dotted line, citing insufficient education and medical training on the midwife's part and additional exposure to litigation for themselves. Gretchen Kinberg, who delivered her son at home 6 months ago, finds that ironic.
I am allowed to give birth at home by myself with an untrained spouse, family member. The mailman could deliver my baby. But the second a midwife steps in, it becomes illegal because they are not certified here in the state of Delaware.
Dr. Gregory DeMeo, chair of the Delaware section of the American College of Obstetrics and Gynecology, says despite fewer doctors delivering babies in the southern part of the state, he's not ready to sign on with a professional midwife.
Any type of collaborative agreement could not be fostered over a single meeting. It would probably take time and energy to be certain that the certified professional midwife displayed the qualities that I felt were prudent and necessary.
Legislation in the House of Representatives seeks to license certified professional midwives, negating the need for collaborative agreements. One CPM does have a collaborative agreement with doctors in Dover, but her practice is limited to the state's Amish and Mennonite communities. Reporting from Legislative Hall in Dover, I'm Carl Konevsky, 1150 AM, WDEL.
A Wilmington man's been indicted for double murder. 19-year-old Aaron Archie is accused of killing Marquita Smith and Holland Brown in a parking lot on Jefferson Street in February 2005. Archie is already in custody on unrelated charges. Another shooting in the community surrounding the Hicks Anderson Community Center, the second in as many weeks. City cops say the latest happened on West 5th Street all around 1 o'clock Monday afternoon. Just like last week's shooting in a nearby park, it was an off-duty police officer working at the community center who called in the shooting while it was in progress. The victim was shot once in the hip. No arrests have been made. Punishment for those UD students who got in trouble at a Cinco de Mayo party. WDEL News continues in a moment.
Oh,
Is everything okay, ma'am?
not really. I need to ride DART tomorrow to get to work, and I forgot to buy my DART card. I guess I'll have to find a ride.
Well, you certainly come to the right place. Didn't you know that Acme now sells DART cards and paratransit multi-trip cards?
No, where?
They're available at our customer service desk.
Getting you there now starts at your 12 Delaware neighborhood Acme markets. DART and Acme have joined in partnership to be your one-stop shopping place for both groceries and DART cards. It's now easier and more convenient than ever to pick up your DART cards with Acme.
A judge is considering a request from prosecutors to add a new charge against a Wilmington woman accused of kidnapping her daughter. Mary Jane Bird allegedly disappeared with her 4-year-old daughter in 1993, shortly after a judge awarded visitation rights to her father, Carl Dodd. U.S. Marshals caught up with Bird in April of last year, ending one of the country's oldest missing child cases. Bird is currently charged with felony parental kidnapping, which relates to interfering with a parent's custodial rights. Since Dodd was not awarded custody until after Bird fled, prosecutors now want to add a broader charge relating to concealing a child from another parent. Bird's attorney says it shouldn't be allowed because it amounts to accusing Bird of a new crime on the eve of a trial. Legislation introduced in the State House would arm officers in state college and university police departments. More from Carl Konevsky in Dover.
House Speaker Terry Spence introduced a bill calling for police departments of colleges and universities be required to allow officers certified under the Delaware Police Training Program to carry a handgun while on duty. The bill comes in the wake of the tragic shooting last month at Virginia Tech. University of Delaware President Dave Rozelle told members of the legislature's education committees that he opposes the idea. Reporting from Legislative Hall in Dover, I'm Carl Konevsky, 1150 AM, WDEL.
A 47-year-old welder suffers serious burns after using a cutting torch. The victim was working at Bandersky Sanitation Company on Commerce Street yesterday, cutting metal straps from a gas tank when the tank exploded, burning the victim in the face and upper body. The victim has first and second-degree burns over 50% of his body and is in critical condition at the Crozier-Chester Burn Center. If you drive on 95 through Churchman's Marsh, you should get ready for some change. WDEL's Ken Grant reports on a project set to begin June 4th that will eventually lead to more room on the highway.
A traffic study in 1990 predicted that by 2010 there would be an average of 189,000 cars a day on I-95 through Delaware. DELDOT says the highway currently sees an average of 230,000 vehicles a day. In an effort to help alleviate the traffic congestion and pave the way for a new interchange between I-95 and Route 1, DELDOT engineer Darren O'Neill says construction is set to begin on a fifth lane for a stretch of I-95.
We're looking to actually expand I-95 from the Route 1 interchange through the 141 interchange, both northbound and southbound direction. This project's been in development for the last 10 years. It's needed due to some safety improvements through the median area, as well as expansion and growth on I-95 over the last 10 years.
Drivers can expect to travel on that fifth lane starting in November of 2008. Ken Grant, 1150 AM, WDEL.
University of Delaware President David Rozelle says the school won't punish the students who were photographed at a Cinco de Mayo party wearing costumes that offended a Latino student organization. Rozelle says the behavior wasn't criminal, and U.S. courts have upheld the free speech rights of students involved in similar conduct. The pictures were posted on a student's webpage and included members of the honors fraternity Phi Sigma Pi at an off-campus party. Some students were seen dressed as gardeners with an ethnic slur across the back of their shirts. Rozelle says the fraternity has decided to suspend some members for 1 year. Well, the Phils turn a potential bad ending into a good ending. WDEL Sports said your Delaware AccuWeather forecast coming up.
Looking to gain an edge in the technology or design field? Wilmington College's Division of Information Technology and Advanced Communications offers state-of-the-art facilities equipped with the latest tools. Did you know that Wilmington College has been preparing students for careers in media arts and technology over the past 7 years? Enjoy hands-on experience and personal attention from instructors drawn straight from the industry. To learn more, visit wilmcoll.edu. Wilmington College. Achieve balance, achieve success.
I'm Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware. Every weekday morning, 5:30 till 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL Sports, Brett Myers blew his first save opportunity of the year, but Carlos Ruiz came to the rescue. The Milwaukee Brewers tied the game at 3 in the ninth when Johnny Estrada homered off Myers. But Ruiz belted a 2-out, bottom of the ninth homer off Derek Turnbow for a 4-3 win. Greg Dobbs also homered for the Phils, who have now won 5 of their last 6 games. Game 3 of the series tonight with Cole Hamels on the mound against Jeff Suppan. The action on WDEL with coverage starting at 6:30. And the Blue Rocks tied their season high with 17 hits as they pounded the Lynchburg Hillcats 12-6. Mario Lisson led the offensive parade with 4 hits. Brett Bigler knocked in 4, and Mark Maddox extended his hitting streak to 12 games. The win moves the Rocks to within a game and a half of first-place Frederick in the Northern Division. They end their road trip tonight at Lynchburg. Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast: increasing clouds through today with a couple of afternoon thunderstorms, a high 82. Rain likely early tonight, then clearing late, low 53. Tomorrow, clouds and sun, and much cooler, the high just 66. Get news updates throughout the day. Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 1150 AM WDEL, or anytime right here at WDEL.com, including news video from Delaware and around the world from WDEL and the Associated Press. I'm Chris Carl. Thanks for watching.